Hi everyone, it's Kristi. I went ahead and covered this whole thing. Let me show. I've got some stuff paper clipped in here, so I knew what I was doing. So let me take that out and I'll show you what we have going on. If I can get that off, there we go. I should have done that ahead of time. Okay, so here is our folio, our file folder folio. I went ahead and covered the entire thing except for the spine because I am going to put lace or something. Well, I'm definitely going to put some of this linen, but I'll probably put lace over the top of that as well. So I've covered, let's see, how did I do this? I used one piece for these two pages, and I haven't covered this because I'm going to add something to it. So I just laid it on there and then trimmed, glued it, trimmed around it. Did the same thing on this side. Now you'll notice I have some wrinkling here. This is the side that did not have the extra gusset. On this side, I used two separate pieces, but on this side, I ran one piece across here and one piece across here. Now on this side, you can tell I did this side first because there's no bubbling. This side was just too much, so if I did this again, I would probably do this side one whole piece if you wanted to, because this is pretty much going to be covered. It's not going to matter, but then I would do this as one whole piece. Separate pieces. It's up to you. You don't have to cover the entire thing. However, it is nice and sturdy now. So I have covered this piece, but I did not glue it down because I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do. But I think I can go ahead and glue it down because this is just going to be a pocket. And I did also ink everything. I am running out of ink of that one color, and you'll notice I have a different folder here than what I said I was going to use, and that is because I tried to use a different color. I thought, well, instead of using chocolate, I'll use cocoa, and I didn't like it at all. It's kind of it looks like green and black to me. It was horrible. And when I put the papers with it, I didn't like it at all. It would work with this one, but it didn't work with the ones that were like peachy and those colors. So I decided to table that for another time and use this one. Like I said, I'm not real concerned about this bubbling because we're going to be covering that up and it's not going to show. Okay, there's always ways to fix stuff. But there again, I covered and I went to the edge, and then I cut around and then I sanded it. And so right here, I'm going to insert just a little bit of what I did in fast forward. Okay, so I've allowed everything to dry, and I kind of went through the kit, which is Floral Collage by Artymaze, and I chose some things I wanted to use. I am using her file folder folio tutorial as a jumping off place, and I'm not doing it exactly, but I am doing it very similar. So she started with this pocket. She had this envelope. Where did I do with that envelope? Here it is. She had an envelope here with a flip down, and then this held it, and it had a circle and a circle with a string, you know, like a 8, like the old office envelopes that used to pass around internally. I don't have a hole punch that small, and I don't want to use the bigger hole punch for that, because mine is like 1 1/4 or 1 1/2 inch, and it's just too big. So I am going to cover this, cut it down, and attach it to this, and do it this way. I'm going to trim it down at the top and make a little thumb hole so that we can use that as a pocket if we want. And then I'm going to do some kind of decorative clip to hold that down like that. Okay, so it looks like I need to cut off about 1 inch. Let's turn this ruler around, because I don't want it to come all the way to the top. So I'm thinking, yeah, if I cut off about 1 inch off the bottom of this envelope, we should be good. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this shut, because I'm just using it as a foundation. I'm not using it as an envelope. So there we go. And then I'm going to find the lid, cut 1 inch off, and since the top is going to be open, I suppose I'll cut it off the top. Not that it matters, I'm going to cover the whole thing. So let me do that. And then we'll see if it fits. Like that. And then a decorative pin will hold this up here. And then you'll be able to take the pin off and flip this down, and you can tuck things underneath if you'd like. So let's cover this piece. Let's see. What have I got here? I tried to have things ready, but it doesn't always work out that way. Okay. I'm going to have to print some more backgrounds here. I think what I'll do is just glue it down and wrap it around, and then trim it on the other side. That'll work. Not going to really worry about where it is. So let's open at the top. Well, I just want to know where my top is. Okay, I come along the edges so it doesn't lift. I also want to make sure I have enough glue so it doesn't come apart, but I don't want to have too much. This glue is pretty good. I'm going to come in about 1/8 of an inch because I did not print these on borderless. This was when I first got my new printer and I hadn't figured it out yet. Okay, I'm just going to come along here and just kind of go against the edge, break down a little bit of that fiber, and fold it over. That'll help. Like that. Probably should trim this off so I can see it on the other side. Same thing here. Otherwise, I'm trying to cut through 2 layers and I can't see where the envelope is, so we trim one side at a time. Fingers aren't working today. I have no fingernails. I was cutting and my hand slipped, and I don't know how it happened, but I smashed all 3 fingernails broke. Well, maybe it was just these 2. This one broke yesterday, but either way, it hurts still. See, crafting can be dangerous. You have to be careful. Be careful. Okay, so now we're going to put glue on this. And I've already pre-folded that so it knows where it's going to go. You have to excuse my notes. I write all over everything so I don't forget. Whether you're watching or not, I'm making notes for myself. So there we go. These papers are so awesome. I just love them. Anyway, I started to tell you about my ink. So I'm running out of this chocolate ink that I love. And so I broke down and ordered some Tim Holtz ink because I know what it looks like. So I think I got Vintage Photo, Walnut Stain, and Espresso something. I figure that's pretty much going to cover the colors I use most of the time. Okay, so there we go. Now let's make sure I left this top open and didn't glue it shut. There we go. Some glue somewhere. Do I have it inside the paper or inside the envelope? It looks like it's inside the envelope. There shouldn't be glue on that. It's really weird. Well, maybe that's just the way that envelope's made. I didn't really pay attention because that's like good, and anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. We'll just have to put a smaller tag in. So I'm going to punch. Get my envelope punch board out. I'm just going to punch a hole in the top here. Yeah, this is about a 4-inch pocket, so there we go. Okay, now we want to put this here. And that is going to show just a teeny bit of that card on the bottom. I'm just going to put a little bit of, if I can get some ink out of this a little bit. I tried refreshing the ink pad, but I've done it too many times, so there we go. Just to cover up those corners a little bit, and it won't be that noticeable. So now we are going to, let's see, which side do we want to use? This one says Vintage. We have two options. I know half of you are saying this side, half of you are saying this side. But because I know what's on this side, let's put that in there. Oh, I'm going to have to trim this tag down now. Shoot. Just a smidge too tight. This is going to be a double pocket, and this tag will go in there. So, what do you think? I'm thinking I like this side. Hey, it says Gottschalks. I miss Gottschalks. I miss going to the mall. Oh, shoosh, what am I doing? I used to love going to the mall, but since I moved here, it's just not a fun place to be. There's a lot of ruffians, I'll say, hanging out there, and it's just horrible language and fights, and I just don't enjoy it anymore. Oh, I guess I should have inked this, huh? Now my glue's gonna dry, so I'm just gonna do that white edge and then I'll do the rest after. Okay, stop talking and start working. So let's get this down. I'm gonna make sure that it's where it's supposed to be. Okay. Now, because I wrapped that around, this is upside down. And I did it on the wrong side anyway. Guys, that's what I get for gabbing. I guess it was meant to be on this side. And I'll probably put like a piece of lace or something here and there. So I don't want to cover that up, but I do want to put something here. And I'm going to come back to that. So this is going to go... let's go around the edge. I'm really dingbatty today. I probably need to go eat. I'm probably having low blood sugar, sorry. I should have eaten before I started doing this. I usually do my videos, you know, about 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't even know what time it is because I don't have my watch on, but anywhere there's white showing, I'm just going to add a little bit of ink, and there you go. It's on its last leg. Okay, so there again, like I said, I'm probably going to do some, either a cluster or add some lace or something, and then we will have that there. And probably inside I'll be putting like writing paper or something. And then we have this area under here to tuck other things in, okay? So I'm not doing that one yet because I haven't watched that part of the video. Well, I have. I've watched all of it, but I haven't gone back. So, okay. So this, we just folded this up, and I wanted to do this giant, it almost fits. I'm just going to have to trim off like 1/8 of an inch. And then this will go on the corner there, and this will go inside. So let's ink this first. And some of these tags I may go back later and so I said may, I may not. Depends on how it looks when it's all said and done. If I think it needs something extra, then I will. If it looks good, I mean, because there's a lot going on already with these papers, and because I chose to use the background pages for this, it's going to be busy. So I'm kind of trying to use the corners of the ink pad because, you know, that's not where I usually ink up. Okay, and let me trim this down just it's possible that I cut crooked, but it's also possible that, yeah, that'll work. Okay, so I don't know if I cut it crooked to begin with or if I trimmed it crooked, but it didn't look right. But it looks okay now. So I got a message this morning that Andrea and Tracy Fox did a collab and did a Nature's Remedies, is that what it's called? Kit. So I went and bought that. So that is, Andrea has half on her Etsy channel and Tracy Fox has the other half on her Etsy store, not channel. And that is what I think I'm going to use for the journal in the box, because it is loaded with stuff. And I'm going to need a big kit for the journal in the box. So I have these boxes that I got from, I get a Walmart delivery. It's a box of samples and I get it every quarter or something like that. And let me just burnish these so that they're flat. Anyway, I get them once every quarter and it'll have like sample hair stuff or toothpaste or things like that. Well, they used to come in these really, really neat boxes with lids. The only thing is it says Walmart Beauty or something on it. It needs to be covered. I've got a bunch of junk on here. Get off. So I thought, well, that would be cool. I can decorate the box and put a journal inside to match. So I've got 3 of those boxes. And the new boxes they're coming in aren't bad either. They're just cardboard and they're white and say Walmart with the little sunshine. So let's get this on here. Oh, I forgot to trim this piece. Well, that's okay because I can just trim it off the end and then ink it. Forgot that's made to go on this card, so you can see that's all I trimmed. Okay. Okay, so that will go in here like this, and then this will go in here like this. Didn't I do that right? Yeah. Why is it getting snagged? Oh, it's getting snagged because of where it was attached. I should have put that on the back of the tag. Well, that's okay. It'll still work. It has enough room to get in there. And then I will put probably use the rosy beige seam binding for the tags or something, but I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, so let's get this. This is a tougher section, so I guess I should probably stop the video before it cuts off. I've only got 5 minutes. Well, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to stop for a second and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to show you these boxes. This is the original boxes, and they have this nice rimmed lid. This box is perfect size. Where's the, can't see the numbers on that one anymore. So the box itself is 5.5 by 8.5. So I figured if I do a 8x5 journal and I have some kind of attach a ribbon to the inside that comes out, put your journal in and the ribbon lays on top, and then you just pull the ribbon and it pulls the book out. So that's what I'm thinking for that. This is what it comes in now. and it's just, this is a bigger box. It is 6 by 9. So this would be a little bit bigger journal, but it has this kind of a lid. And then you can see what's inside. Let's see. I didn't even open this one. This was my winter one. This one has nail lacquer and dry skin therapy, some Degree deodorant, looks like antiperspirant, and some kind of makeup. It looks like 2-piece, yeah, lip color, and Optic White Renewal toothpaste. And they say it's free for $5 shipping, but basically I started it because we were going on a cruise and I was collecting these little tiny sample things. Perfect for that, and I just have never canceled it. It's going to be a while before we get to go on a cruise now. So anyway, I've get, you know, several of those boxes. So okay, let's move on. I've got a little, this is a 1-inch wide strip, almost by the top. I think I did it about 8 inches. It doesn't go quite to the top, from top to bottom. I'm just going to ink this up real quick. I didn't do that. And we're going to attach an envelope to this and make a little flip. And this is going right over that area there, so that should hold it down. Okay, I'm going to open this. Probably just go inside this way. Most of this will be covered, but just in case. It's coffee dyed cardstock, so it's already tinted, but it's, yeah, that's better. Okay, so I'm going to place that right along the edge. Now I want to make sure I know where my crease is. Because of this area, I know my crease is down here on the left of that. So pretty much that's going to be all covered up. So I'm going to glue down one side. Probably should have made this about 1.5 inches. It would have been easier to hold, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to come right along that edge, making sure that it's straight and not in the crease. So I'm going to lift it up and make sure. Yeah, I think I did good. Okay. Put a little bit more ink on that now. Okay, so now we've got 2 pieces that we're going to add. We are going to add an envelope to this one. It has a little tiny peep. So do we want that? This one's top loading. I almost want it to come out the side here. It's already approximately the right side. The problem is I'm going to have to trim here. If I do it this way, it's so close there that it might get covered. I'm wondering if I could put like a tuck here like that. Almost needed a little bit longer one. I had a shorter one, but it was really short, so I didn't want to do the shorter one. That's okay. We'll attach this, and I'm going to attach this on top like this. So, and then I'm just going to trim there. So let's get a measurement here. Like that. Let me trim that off. some of this is just trial and error. If I had to give you sizes, I'd go nuts. I don't know how people do that. If I can't start with a square, it's not going to happen. Okay, so there we go, like that. And then, yeah, this will be open on the sides. So I'm going to need to glue this shut. We're going to cover this. So it's not going to flip down, so I can cover this one side to side, but I do want to have that one side open. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay guys, that didn't go exactly as I had planned, but we will make it work. Yeah, this is the opening side of this envelope, and then I covered this. I didn't realize how difficult it would be to cover an envelope with a window. So I have some little frames somewhere, and I think I might outline this with a little frame, but for now we're going to put this on here. Now I was going to attach it this way, and then that would flip over. But then the pockets, because I put the paper on backwards, the pockets would cover that up, and I don't want that. So the pockets, I'm going to cover this way. So let's just go ahead and attach that. And I'll put the pockets on the top piece. No mistakes, only opportunities, right? You can always fix it. And you know what? Sometimes if it doesn't go as you planned, it turns out better. So I'm going to center this top to bottom, right there, and then fold this over. And what I'm going to do here is run a piece of lace. I'm not going to do it at this moment, but that's what's going to go there. We'll put a piece of lace there. So in here we'll have a journal card with some lace trim. That'll look nice coming out of there. And then on this side, yeah, the journal card, they'll peek through, have some lace coming out of there. But on this side, we're going to add these pockets. So I probably need to ink these. These are pockets, there again, that came with the Floral Collage. And I haven't done anything to them other than add this ink. Okay, so let's see, how do we want to distribute these? It is going to cover up a little bit of that down there. I am going to go all the way down here, but I'm thinking I'm just going to line them up on the edge here, and then that piece of lace will cover the bottom of those. So how far apart do I want these? If I put them a ½ inch from the top, a ½ inch from the bottom, that leaves almost a ¼ inch in the middle, and I think that'll work. So let's do that. When Andrea did her envelope with the window, she stamped it. That was really smart, but mine had words all over it, so I thought, well, I'll just cover it up. It can't be that difficult. So I just did slices, I guess, strips. Okay, so I'm going to go at about a ½ inch from the bottom. Get that one on there. Oh, I forgot to put the glue down here. Okay. Kind of need that. Otherwise the tags are going to just keep going through and they'll get bent. So just like that. And you know, the tags are going to pop out a little bit, so that's going to look cool. All right, let's do this one. And this time, let's put the glue on the bottom. I'm a little warm. I don't know what the temperature is outside, but I always turn the air conditioner up when my husband leaves. And I'm thinking I need to turn it back down. I've got the ceiling fan on, but it's a little toasty in here. Okay, so let's see. We want these to be about the same distance. So, yeah, I've got glue all over me. There we go. So it did end up being about 1/4 of an inch. Here we go. Okay. So, double check, make sure I'm recording. Oh, you don't know how many times I record and, well, I think I'm recording. I'm not recording. Okay, so back here we have another pocket. Now this is just a craft envelope. I'm just going to stick it on there. I may or may not mat it. I'm not sure. But I think I need to trim it down just a smidge more. Actually, I do need to mat it because it fell apart when I trimmed it and I put this piece on. You can see the difference in the color. This is almost a gray and this is more brown. I put it on upside down, so I am going to mat this. But I think I will do that next time. This is going to be, or not next time, I'm going to do it off camera because I'm going to have to stop now, otherwise I will never get this video up. So I'm going to trim just a smidge of this on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and cover this and I'm going to attach it right here. Now I'm going to attach it on 3 sides, so we'll have a spot back here and we'll have a spot here. Okay, and then we've got this spot here, we've got these 2 spots here, we've got this here, and we've got this flip here. So yeah, that's a lot for one video, and I try not to do really long videos because it takes hours and hours to render them and get them up. So not only that, who has time to watch 40 hours of videos? I have so many people. I think I have like 300 people I'm subscribed to on YouTube. It's way too much, but I don't want to miss anything. So anyway, we'll be back next time. Tomorrow's Sunday, so I won't be back till Tuesday, but we'll pick up where we left off. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice weekend.